Well, so what is Budmori? Well, I'm sure by now all of you are aware that Budmori are the online expert when it comes to spare parts. And the best point is that they have the spare parts for all vehicles available in India. So even if your car is out of production now, maybe you have a last generation model, even then they have the spare part available. They have the entire catalog. And the best point is that they have the same spare part from a host of different component makers, which gives you great flexibility in the pricing overall. So check them out today. Check out the app. It's available both for iOS as well as Android devices. And also check out the website for the latest schemes as well as offers. Well, so the first reason why I should consider buying the Honda Amaze is simply because of the excellent backseat experience. Yes, the backseat on this car not only takes on the likes of the Desire as well as the Aura, but can actually take on the likes of even the Honda City, yes, its own sibling, because in terms of space, in terms of comfort, in terms of overall seat positioning, this is a very comfortable car. And if you are someone who's buying this car just to be chauffeur driven all day, you don't want to spend 15 lakh, 16 lakh rupees on the top of the line versions of the City, then you can easily spend about 9 or 10 lakhs on the mid-spec version, on the base version of this car, and you get the same amount of space. Well, not exactly the same, but very similar amounts of space in the backseat of the Amaze. You also get large glass area, which means that the cabin feels nice and airy. And of course, you also get this armrest over here, which makes this car feel a little more opulent, a little more luxurious than it really is. The front seats have been raised up, and you get plenty of place to stretch your feet. So no matter what your height is, you might be 5'10" like me, you might be 6, you might be 6'1" or 6'2". Headroom is more than sufficient, kneeroom is more than sufficient, and leg space is more than sufficient as well. So that's reason number one. If you're a chauffeur-driven customer, chauffeur-driven buyer, then the Amaze is the best car in its segment for people who always sit in the back seat. Now for the other reasons, let's jump out and show you the boot, and after that, the front seats. Second reason why I should consider buying this car is simply because of this huge boot, the amazing boot on the Honda Amaze, if you can excuse the pun. Now the reason for this, of course, is that the aperture is nice and wide. It's a very wide boot generally, so if you have big bags and big boxes to load, you can easily slide them in. At the moment, you can see there's a child seat over here, but you can really load in those big boxes and big bags without any fuss whatsoever. Also, it's not a very high car because the boot lid is low, so if you have to load in that heavy bag, you won't have to put in too much effort or your back into it. So that's also something which really makes a big difference. Overall, it's the biggest boot amongst all its rivals, and really that's another reason why you should consider buying this car. If you're someone who's always on the out, trips, if you're traveling all the time, then this is something which you'll appreciate. Anyways, that was reason number two. Now for the other reason, let me show you the side profile of the car and then jump inside and take you out for a drive. Well, so one more reason why I should consider buying the Amaze is simply because of the looks on the outside. This car truly does look very amazing, if you can excuse the pun. And the reason for that, of course, is the new grille up ahead, the chrome treatment to the fog lamps, the side silhouette also looks very well balanced, very well proportioned, and overall, this car from a distance looks like a smaller version of the Honda City. It doesn't look like a compact sedan, it looks like, somebody's downside the City. So that's something which is very positive about the car. It's very appealing, and the looks, the overall silhouette, the overall design language that Honda's used on this car makes it look like the engineering team, the design team, the overall packaging team sat together and worked on a nice masterpiece. This car really is 90% of the City for about 70% of the price. Now, for the other reasons, let's jump inside the car and show them to you from the inside. Well, so the fourth reason why I should consider buying this car is simply because of the overall ambience inside the cabin. The dashboard, the overall fit and finish, the overall quality is quite good. It's a very feel-good cabin, and when you spend money on this kind of car, when you're spending around 10-11 lakh rupees on the top spec version, you should have a certain amount of feel-good about itself, and that's something which this car has. You get automatic headlamps, of course, you get Apple CarPlay and Auto, automatic climate control, and if you decide to choose the automatic version, the CVT version, then you also get paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, which add a certain charm about themselves. Fit and finish has been improved over the last version of the car, and the good point about this cabin is that it doesn't feel like a very compact car. It feels like a nice and big cabin. It's a large and airy cabin, and that's something which buyers will also appreciate. The seat comfort is decent, and overall fit and finish, as I just said, is quite good. Yes, you would have really liked an armrest over here, but that's something you can ignore because generally the cabin quality and the ambience is quite good. So that's reason number 4 why you should consider the Amaze. Now let's take this car out on a drive and tell you the other reasons which make the Amaze such a special product. Well, so one more reason or a few more reasons why you should consider buying this car. One of them is of course the fact that you get paddle shifters behind the steering wheel in the automatic version. That's something unique only to this car. Other rivals don't offer this. And that's not the only thing. What you'll also like about this car is the CVT gearbox that you get on petrol as well as in diesel. Again, it's the only car which offers you CVT on diesel. The mileage is good. It's better than AMT gearbox because on AMT gearboxes on rival cars, you get these jhatkas when the gears shift, and even when you use them in manual modes, you always get those jhatkas. So that's something which this car does not have. It's a very seamless kind of gearbox, and no matter what you choose, the diesel or the petrol, the gearbox really is very impressive indeed. So that's another reason why you should consider buying it. If you are in the market for an automatic mid-size sedan or a compact sedan, then I would say just simply close your eyes and buy this one, because as I said, the technology is much superior, and of course these paddle shifters also mean that you get a feel of how it is to drive a sports car, because sports cars also come with these paddle shifters, and you get a fair idea of what a racing driver goes through when he's using the paddle shifters behind his steering wheel. Now another reason why you should consider this car is because of the ride comfort. Yes, the ride comfort on this car doesn't feel like you're driving around a small car or a compact car. It is as good as any mid-size car. The overall performance, the overall ride comfort, the overall stability is really that good, and you don't feel like you need to slow down when you go on the highway and speeds exceed 100 kph. You never feel like you should be reducing speeds, because stability actually is generally very good. So those are things which make a big difference to this car, and overall it's a fantastic car for high speed stability as well, because other rivals in the segment do tend to feel a little light when you take them out on the highway. So these were my reasons today. I can also give you one more extra reason which you can think about, and that of course is the fact that you get an H logo up ahead. The Honda logo, the Honda badge, basically means that resale values will be strong, because Honda cars are always very desirable. Be it the Amaze, be it the City, be it the CRV, or even the Civic. All these cars are very desirable, and people really do like the engineering that goes behind these cars. So that's another big reason, the Honda logo, why you should consider buying it, because resale values will be strong at the end of the day, and strong resale values means that you get all your money's worth when it's time to upgrade to another car. Well guys, so these are my top 5 or top 6 reasons today why you should consider buying the Honda Amaze. What do you think of these reasons? Do you agree with me? If you do, then do like this video, do share with your friends, and do subscribe to our channel if you've come here for the first time, and don't leave without hitting that bell icon, because it's your motivation, your support that keeps us going. If you stop supporting us and you stop motivating us, then of course we will also not feel as motivated to make new content for you each week and bring it out for you on this channel. Anyways guys, I enjoyed bringing this video to you. I hope you enjoyed watching it as well. It's bye for now, and hope to see you soon, and do stay safe and stay indoors as much as you can, so that everyone around you is safe as well. See you in the next one.